tons of data. You want data, we can help you. There's grants out there for people who work in nonprofits. There's grants you can apply to get money to reach other communities. There's, but if you don't have the money, it's just like any other form of communication. If you didn't have the money to reach something, you got to get your butt out there and go talk to people. But you have to make sure that you're able to now serve these new communities on both the front end, right? You have something to give them that resonates with them, that's in language, that makes sense, and then on the back end, like who are they going to call, what website are they going to go to, and what language is it in that's going to serve them, or are they going to call and that's going to be the last you hear from it. So there's some work to do, but the money is out there. That's the thing, is we are also counting on you, and we want to help. We want to be a resource for you to be able to go and go to bat for reaching us.
I think creativity is crucial at this point because, like you said, the money is somewhere, and it could come from a foundation, it could come from a nonprofit, it could come from a government entity, it could come from somewhere. Come and talk to us. I mean, many of us have ideas, and it will take not overnight success. It will take a couple more steps than normally. Here's the budget. But I know that, and I've lived that, we have lived that ourselves in the Mundo. We have found monies where nobody thought the monies would be. So it's creativity.
Also, it takes money to run a business, and this is also, we put money there and effort. Most of us, I'm sure, we have another job, to support ourselves. And we are willing also to forgo money if the issue is important enough to the community. So not everybody will charge money, but if you can get the money, will be okay. If you don't have the money, an issue is important, we can publish that too.
And or just you don't if the story or if the thing that you're pitching or if whatever your organization is doing is valuable and good for the community, we're gonna want to write about it. I mean, you don't have to. There are a lot of great stories that we've talked about. I love writing about things that where people don't have the money to get the word out about, but they're doing a great thing in the community, and we're going to write about it. Just make an editorial decision there.
And I can interject. Like for us on Univision, when we first came into this market, we went on the air on January 1st, 2007, and back then there were a lot of potential clients that just really, well, I don't really have the budget, So we created a bunch of sponsorship packages. So if you have a nonprofit, and I'll give you an example, CMAR Health Clinics, yes, they have money and all that good stuff, but they at that time really didn't have a lot of funds to throw towards advertising. So they got some corporate sponsors. And so it was something as simple as, at the time, we had the Mexican consulate at the time who also threw in a little bit of money for that campaign. And it was, we're here to serve the community, let's see more clinics, and this message is brought to you by. And so there are ways to do it, even in a medium which might seem like it's very expensive. But if you got money to do it in mainstream, you've got money to do it in ethnic media. There's just no two ways around it.
And this question again goes to number one, building relationships, because certainly if you've got, well, first of all, let me back up, because really, and I can't speak for the rest of people on the panel, but at least 90% of the calls that I get comes from somebody who says they don't have any money. By the time they call us, they've spent the money, they don't have any money, they say, well, sorry, but, what can we do? And so, we can, on an individual basis, we can work on some things depending on what you're doing, the messaging and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, don't burn that bridge, because one of the things that happens more often than not is you've got ethnic media who you get a bunch of free publicity out of, some type of partnerships that might not cost you hardly anything, getting you integrated in the community, and then you come back around the next year or the next time or the next quarter, and again you've got paid advertising that goes out, and then the ethnic media you still have no budget for them. And so nothing is more disheartening to us in our position and can ruin that relationship more than us seeing you spending money where you keep coming back to us saying, I don't have any money. And so, but certainly, like I said, it's about the relationship. You know, don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call us, because certainly we would love to establish some sort of relationship with you. It's better that we have a relationship where there's a potential for us to do business than to not have a relationship at all, because we don't know exactly what it is that you guys have available, what you're promoting, you know, unless we see it somewhere else. So, you know, I would say contact each of the individual outlets individually for your campaigns, see what it is they can do, but also, you know, make sure you're having internal conversations in your organization about what type of budget we can get moving forward and what can we do. So certainly you're going to the table with, you know, something on the plate as far as just a totally empty plate.
I'm Filipino, and we have this thing in Tagalog, tawa, which means to bargain, to haggle. And I hope I'm not speaking out of turn when I say that, you know, if you come to an outlet and you're like, listen, we've started this campaign, we're a month in, this is our plan, this is our budget, you lay everything out. Maybe, you know, we can't give you the money that you need to make this happen. Can we volunteer at your fundraiser, or volunteer for an event that you're doing that the newspaper's doing? Can we help you with writing articles? Like, you know, there are ways that you can help contribute to certain outlets, because again, at the end of the day, there's just small businesses with, you know, thin margins, and any piece of help that can help, you know, make sure that the news gets out there in some way, shape, or form is helpful. And so, you know, a lot of my best friends are community organizers, and let me tell you, community organizers, we figure out ways to get that out there. If we don't got the money, but we do have, for the most part, the time, and so we'll put that time to make sure that we hustle harder to get the news and the ads out there. So I guess that's my advice, is be creative and you know, hustle harder, which I know you already are doing.
Thank you, and thank you all for attending. It went very quickly, but we have a lot of information. I hope you got something out of this. I want to thank our panelists, our sponsors, the planning committee, and all of you for showing up and listening, and hopefully you got something that you can use as well. There are evaluation sheets, if you can fill those out, because we hope to make this event more often for all of you and for us as well. So thank you again for attending.
Thank you, Roberta.
And we do have the digital toolkit.
So just a little bit of information about that toolkit. You can find the contact information and all of the ad rates for the outlets featured at this event, and also just in the Seattle community. And that's online at bit.ly/cethnicmedia.